Welcome all of you. We are going to discuss about the second classes about the real numbers. We have discussed some classes chapter exercise 1.1 all about your real numbers. We have discussed what is the real number, what is the Euclidean division algorithm and Euclidean division lemma. We have discussed about the detail 8. So next we are fundamental theory of arithmetic. What is the fundamental theory of arithmetic? We have discussed about the number systems, various number systems, natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and real numbers. All about it. And also last class we have discussed about even number, odd number, prime number, and composite numbers. Let us discuss about prime number and composite numbers. What is prime number? Before going to this chapter, I will discuss about you that I will say that you must like and subscribe the DB Production BGS channel. Must like and subscribe and click the bell button also, because the new notification will come to you very frequently. So don't miss to subscribe the DB Production BGS. Let us thank you. So now start what is the real numbers. Real numbers. First we will discuss about the composite numbers and prime numbers. In last class I have discussed that prime numbers. What is prime numbers? Prime numbers is number, its factor. If it has two factors, those two factors are 1 and the number itself, that is called your prime number. Suppose 2 equals to 1 into 2, 3 equals to 1 into 3, 5 equals to 1 into 5, 7 equals to 1 into 7, 11 equals to 1 into 11. So these numbers, when we factorize the number 2, 1 into 2, 3, 1 into 3, 5, 1 into 5, 7, 1 into 7, 11, 1 into 11. But when we factorize 4, 1 into 4, 2 into 2 also. Another type of factorization which will be available for the number 4. So 4 is the composite numbers. If we factorize prime factorizations, this is called prime factorizations. This is the prime factorization method. That means when any number can be factorized, the prime numbers we know the system of prime numbers is also unlimited, up to infinitive, uncountable, up to 100 there are 25 prime numbers, and others when we go to research other classes, there are so many prime numbers are there. There is I have a collection about it. I will say one minute. So the prime number systems, the limitation, the number of prime numbers, are unlimited. When we discuss about the prime number, there is a collection about me. Within 1 to 100, there are 25 prime numbers. Between 1 and 100, there are 25 prime numbers. But between 1 to 1000, there are 168 prime numbers. 1 to 100, this equals to 25 prime numbers. Prime numbers. 1 to 1000, between 1 and 1000, there are 168 prime numbers. Between 1000 to 2000, there will be 135 prime numbers. Between 200, 2000 to 3000, 1000 to 2000, 135 prime numbers. Between 2000 to 3000, there are 127 prime numbers. Between 3000 to 4000, there are 120 prime numbers. between 4000 to 5000 there are 119 prime numbers. So the numbers of numbers in the number systems, in our Indian number systems, in these decimal number systems, the numbers of the prime numbers, the availability of prime numbers are uncountable. You cannot count the prime numbers. So these are the prime numbers. All about prime numbers. When a number will be factorized, maximum factorizations, we can find the factors itself and 1, that is called prime numbers. And the other number other than the prime number are composite numbers. When the number has factorized in a different way, that means they have the factors more than 2, they are called composite numbers. But 1 is a separate number, that is neither prime nor composite. 1 equals to 1 into 1. So it has only factor 1. 1 has the factor only 1. It has not any another factor, more than one factor. Only one factor, single factor. So 1 is a special number. It is not neither a prime nor composite. So between 1 to 100 there are 25 prime numbers. So how many composite numbers are there? There are 74 composite numbers, not 75, because 1 is a separate number, special number, that is neither prime nor composite. So the availability of prime numbers in the number system is unlimited. This is what is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic? Fundamental theorem of arithmetic: every composite numbers, all composite numbers, every composite numbers can be expressed or can be factorized in the product of prime numbers, that is prime factorizations. And these factorizations is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. That means, what is the fundamental theory of arithmetic? Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. This is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. That means 4 equals to 1 into 4, 4 equals to 2 into 2. Suppose 6, 2 into 3, 1 into 6. Suppose 8. Every composite numbers can be factorized in a unique way. Unique way can be factorized. Factorized means prime factorizations. That means that is the product of the prime numbers. We can factorize themselves as the product of the prime numbers. According to the product of prime numbers, 8 equals to 2 into 2 into 2. That means this equals to 4 into 2. This equals to 1 into 8. And that's difference way. Into 1. This equals to 2 power cube into 1. In a different way we can factor prime factorizations. Prime factorization means only prime numbers, so the cube of 2. So prime factorizations, prime only product of the prime numbers, only product of the prime numbers that can be expressed. That means every composite numbers can be expressed or can be factorized as the multiple of the prime numbers. Suppose 10 equals to 2 into 5. This is the prime factorizations. 12 equals to 2 into 2 into 3. 15 equals to 2 into 3 into 5. In the 18 equals to 2 into 3 into 3. 2 into 3 into 3. This is 2 3 is 6, 6 3 is 18. Likewise all composite numbers, each and every composite numbers can be expressed or can be factorized primely in that unique way. No other numbers except 18 can be factorized as 2 into 3 into 3. This equals to 2 into 3 square. 2 into 3 square. No other number except 18. That means 18 has a unique factorization process, that is 2 into 3 into 3. Unique factorization process. That is the unique factorization process. That is your all about your fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Then another prime factorization. The prime factorization is a natural number is unique except for the order of its factors. Prime factorizations and other numbers, so we can find prime factorizations. Suppose there is a number 36 equals to 2 into 2, 2 to the 4, 4 3 ja 12, 12 3 ja 36. So we can write this equals to 2 square into 3 square. 2 square into 3 square. That is the prime factorizations. Suppose 48. 2 into 2 into 2, 2 to the 4, 2 to the 8, 8 to the 16, 16, 3 ja. This equals to 48, 2 ka power 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 to the 4 into 3. This is the prime factorizations. Suppose another number 60 equals to 2, 2 ja 4, 4, 3 ja 12, 12, 5 ja 60. Which is 2 square into 3 into 5 and so on. We can factorize. You can factorize every number in the unique way. This is the unique way. You cannot factorize any other number in this way. You cannot factorize any other number in this way. We cannot factorize any other number in this way. So this is the prime factorization process. This is the prime factorizations. We have discussed in the earlier cases how can we find the HCF. HCF in the Euclidean division algorithm. We know that, but according to prime factorizations, using the prime factorization method, we can find also HCF and LCM. HCF and LCM. We can find the HCF and LCM using the prime factorization method. How can we use this prime factorization method using HCF? Suppose HCF, first is HCF of 6 and 9. Find the HCF of 6 and 9. First, I will discuss the HCF. HCF is the product of the smallest power of each common prime factors in the numbers. Very crucial and very important. We have to keep in notion. We have to keep in very necessary. We have to keep in our vision that product of the smallest power. That means we have to factorize in the prime factorization method. 6 equals to 2 into 3. That means this equals to 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 1. The power. We have to use the power. This is the power. We know in the class, smallest classes also. 9. 9 equals to 3 into 3. This equals to power of 3 equals to 2. HCF equals to, what is the HCF? Product of smallest power. Smallest power of each common prime factors. What is the prime factors of 6? 2 and 3. What is the common factors of 9? That is prime factors of 9 equals to 3. Common factors. What is the common factors? Only 3. The smallest power of 3 equals to 3. 3 power 1, this equals to 3. That means HCF equals to 3. When we can find the question, write down product of the smallest power of each common prime factor is in the numbers. Product. If in this number, if we find the common number 2, then we can use the common smallest power number of the 2. So we will discuss in another example. LCM. How can I find out the LCM of the two number? LCM is the product of the greatest power of each prime factor involved in the numbers. Greatest power. Suppose 2. First common product of the greatest power of each prime number. Each power number. Each and every, not common. In the LCMs, that is the number given that the product of the greatest power of each factors. The greatest power. Suppose 2. 2 is the prime factors. 2 greatest power is 2 to the power 1 into 3 square, greatest power is 3 power 2. This equals to 2 into 3 square equals to 9 equals to 18. The LCM equals to 18 into LCM equals to 3. So we can find out in this way. Suppose we have discussed about two numbers 36 and 48. So 36 and 48, this equals to 2 to the power 4 into 3 to the power 1. Suppose this is the prime factorization of 36. 2 into 2 to the 4, 4 3 ja 12, 12 3 ja 36. So this is 2, that means 2 ka square. 3 into 3, 3 square. 2, there are 4 2's are multiplied, then 2 to the power 4 this into 3 to the power 1. So HCF, product of the common lowest power of the common factors. Common factors, this is the 2 is the common factors, but which is the lowest power? 2 square into the common factor is 3 also. What is the lowest power? 3 to the power 1. This equals to 4 into 3 equals to 12. So HCF of 36 and 48, this equals to 12. The product of lowest power of common factors, common prime factors. Mind it, that is common prime factors, not only common factors, common prime factors. Product of smallest power of each common prime factors is the in the numbers. So the LCM. How can you find LCMs? First, highest common factors. Common factor is 2, but the highest power is 4 to the power 4 into the common prime factor is 3, but highest factor is 2. This equals to 2 to the power 4, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16. 16 into 9, 144, 69 the 144. So this is the LCM. This is the HCF, this is the LCM. I think you are confirmed about how can you find out the HCF and LCMs using the common factorization method. We will discuss in exercise 1.2 this type of numbers. So here is some result. There is some result, that means the result come out from this process. Suppose 6 and 9. The multiplication of 6 and 9. 6 and 6 into 9 equals to 54. The multiplication of two number, when we find out the HCF and LCM, the multiplication of two number, assume we have to see that multiplication of 6 and 9, this equals to 54. When we multiply the HCF and LCM, HCF into LCM, this equals to 3 into 18. This equals to 54. That means the product of HCF and LCM equals to the product of given two numbers. This is the very important numbers. That means why important? We'll discuss. Suppose two numbers are given and HCF is given. Find out the LCM. It is not necessary to go through the prime factorization method, go through all the procedure. We do not have to do. Only what happened? We have to LCM. Find the LCM equals to product of two numbers, product by HCF. Product of two numbers. The product of two numbers equals to HCF into LCM. Product equals to product of numbers equals to HCF into LCM. Product of two numbers equals to the HCF into LCM. But when anyone product of two numbers is given, or otherwise the numbers are given and then HCF is given, then find out the LCMs. Suppose there are prime numbers, big prime numbers, we do not know whether it is prime or not. In that case, find out HCF in the algorithm process. In the Euclid's division algorithm process, we can find the HCF very easily. That is a very easy process. This is the longest process. When the prime factors are very small, we can know easily. But when the prime factors will be very lengthy, more than 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, so then it will be clumsy for us. So using Euclid's division algorithm, we can find the HCF very easily. Suppose 36 and 48. 48 divisible by 36. 36, 1 there 36. 2, 4 minus 3, 1. Another 36. 12, 3 are 36, 0. So HCF equals to 12. HCF equals to 12. We can find out HCF equals to 12. Very easy. HCF equals to 12. This is the Euclid's division algorithm. In this process, you can find out the HCFs. Now LCM is very easy. 48 into 36 by 12. 12 3 ja, 3 8 ja, 24 2 3 4 ja, 12 to 14, 144. So that is your LCM. In this way, you can find the several LCMs. But when each question is particularly question is asked, find out the HCF or LCM using the prime factorization method. So we have to opt this process also. We cannot opt this process. So let's discuss about the chapter exercise 1.2. This is all fundamentals of this exercise. So exercise 1.2, express the number as a product of its prime factors. 140. Exercise 1.2 number 1. 140. How can we find out the prime factorizations? That is a process I will discuss. 140. 140 can be divided by 2. So 2 7 are 14, 70. Another also 2, or 2 3 are 6, 10, 2 5 are 10. So when the unit place is odd numbers, then cannot be divisible by 2. So we can now 5 7 ja. Only 7 is a prime factors, prime number. So 140 equals to 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. This equals to 2 square into 5 into 7. This is the prime factorizations of 140. Another number is 156. 156. 156. This equals to 156. Well, prime number we have to discuss serially prime numbers 2, 3, 4 through 3, 5 serially. Divisible by 2. 2 7 are 14, 1 16, 2 8 are 16. Another 2, 2 3 are 6, 18, 2 9 are 18. Another 3, 3 1 are 3 3 are 9. These are 156 equals to 2 into 2 into 3 into 13. This equals to 2 square into 3 into 13. This is the prime factorization. Other numbers it starts for you. You can do all the prime factorization in this process. Very easy process. You have to take small prime factors, prime numbers. You can divide division process or long division process. That is the prime factor. You can find the prime factorization process. Number 2. Secondly, number 2 we have to discuss. Number 1, the other numbers third and second, third, IV and B. That is homework for you. You can do easily. Find the LCM and SCF of the following pairs of integers and verify the LCM into SCF equal to product of the two numbers 26 and 91. Suppose we take 510 and 92. Second, number 2. Second. Find the LCM and SCF of the following pairs of integers and verify the LCM into SCF equals to product of two numbers 510 and 92. Suppose 510 and 92. First we have to find the prime factorizations. 510, 2, 2 2 are 4, 11, 2 5 are 10, 2 5 are 10. Another 5, 5, 5 is 25, 5 1 7, 7 1 another 3, 3, 3 1 3, 21, 3 7 So this 5 1 10 equals to 2 into 3 into 5 into 17. All are prime numbers. 92. 92. 2, 2 4 is 8. 2 4 is 8, 12, 2 6 is 12, 2 2 is 2 3 is 23 is prime numbers. So this equals to 2 into 2 into 23, 2 square into 23. HCF. HCF equals to this equals to only 2, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 1, this equals to 2. LCM. LCM equals to the highest power of 2 equals to 2 square into highest power of 3, 3 into 5 into 17 into 23. This equals to 23. This equals to 0, 6, 4, 3, 2. 23,460. So this is the LCM. Then question is that find following and verify that LCM of SCF equals to product of two numbers. LCM and SCF. LCM and LCF. LCM into HCF equals to 23,460 into 2. 2 0 is 0, 2 6 is 12, 1 2 4 is 8, 1 9, 2 3 is 6, 2 2 is 4. Then product of two numbers. This equals to 510 into 92. This will be 510, 92. 2 0 is 0, 2 1 is 2, 2 5 is 10, 9 0 is 0, 9 1 is 9, 9 5 is 45. 0, 2, 9, 6, 4, 6, 9, 2, 0. 4, 6, 9, 2, 0. So, the product of LCM into HCF, this equals to product of two numbers. This is verified, thus verified. Approved. So, in this way, you can verify the others two also. There are first 26 and 91, very easy questions. And other is 336 and 54. That is also not too difficult. That also you can perform it. Number 3. Find the LCM and HCF of the following numbers, following integers by applying the prime factorization method. When we find the number 3, LCM and HCF more than two numbers in the prime factorization methods, how can we apply? It is also very easy process. Number 3. First, find the HCF and LCM of 12, 15, 21. 12, 15 and 21. We have to find out the HCF, LCM of 12, 15 and 21 in the process of prime factorization method. How can we find out the prime factorization method? 12. 12 equals to 2 into 3. This equals to 2 square into 3. This is the prime factorization of 12. 15 equals to 3 into 5. Only 3 into 5. There is no repetition of any numbers. 21 equals to 3 into 7. So HCF equals to very easy. That is 3. 3 power 1, 5. 3 power 1, 3 power 1, this equals to 3. So HCF equals to 3. LCM. First common factors, this 3 power into then what is the common, that is common between 2, but that is not in common between, so all numbers will be 2 square into 5 into 7. This equals to 420. You can multiply them. 2 square 4 5 is 20, 23 is 60, 60 into 7 is 420. So this is the HCF and LCM using the prime factorization method. Another number is 17, 23, 29. There are HCFs when no any other common numbers, then HCF will be 1. Suppose any two number. Suppose second number is 17, 23 and 29. 17, 23 and 29. HCF 17 equals to 1 into 17. 23 equals to 1 into 23. All are prime numbers. 29 equals to 1 into 29. So HCF equals to 1, simply 1. When all are prime numbers or co-prime numbers. Suppose 8 and 9. HCF of 8 and 9. What is the HCF of 8 and 9? 8 equals to 2 cube. 9 equals to 3 square. There is not any common factors. So HCF equals to 1. HCF equals to 1. Here HCF equals to 1. LCM equals to 17 into 23 into 29. 17 into 23 into 29. Whatever may be, you can do yourselves. Here LCM equals to 2 cube into 3 square. Then you can find out the LCM also. This is the process when the numbers are prime numbers or co-prime numbers. What is the difference between prime numbers and co-prime numbers? Prime numbers means all are prime numbers, but co-prime number means these two numbers are not prime numbers, they are composite numbers. But co-prime means they have not any common factors themselves. They are called co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers means they have not any common factors themselves. Though they have not any common factors, they are called co-prime numbers. So if the two numbers are co-prime, then HCF equals to 1 and LCM equals to product of two numbers. 8 in LCM equals to 8 into 9 also. This equals 72. This is 8 into 9. This is also 72. You can find out very easily. Then we go through number 4. Number 4, the question is there, given HCF of 306 and 657 equals to 9. Find the LCM of 306 into 306 and 657. HCF of, given that HCF of 306 and 657 equals to 6. So this equals to 9. HCF equals to 9. LCM equals to product of two numbers 306 into 657 by HCF. HCF equals to 9. We can find LCM in this way very easily. So how can we find out this? 9 1 is 9, 9 7 is 63, 27, 9 3 is 27. 306 into 73. This equals to 306 73. 3 6 is 18. 1 3 3 is 9. 8 3 1 2 2 2 3 3 8. In this way we can find the LCM. This is the LCM of 306 and 420. 657. Then another number 5. What is the number 5? Check whether 6 to the power number 5. Check whether 6 to the power n can end with the digit 0 for any natural numbers n. Unit number. Suppose check whether 6 to the power n ends with 0 digit 0 or not for any natural number n. N is a natural numbers, so 6 to the power n cannot be an integers or cannot be an your rational numbers. That is the natural numbers. 6 to the power n. It can be checked in the two ways. You can check. Suppose 6 to the power 1 equals to 6. 6 to the power 2 equals to 36. 6 to the power 3 equals to 216. 6 to the power 4 equals to 1296. So when we find the powers of 6 and we increase the power of 6, we can find the unit places ends with 6 only. So 6 to the power n also ends with 6, whatever may be the n, if n belongs to n belongs to n is a natural number, belongs to n is natural numbers. This is the process. So 6 check whether 6 to end with 0, it cannot be ends with 0, so it can ends with 0. This is the first process. Secondly, how can you find out whether the 6 to the ends with 0? Any number ends with 0. Suppose discuss with 10. 10 equals to 2 into 5. 20 equals to 2 into 5. This equals to 2 square into 5. 30 equals to 2 into 3 into 5. 40 equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. 50 equals to 2 into 5 into 5. So when the number ends with 0, there will be factor must be 5. Must be 5. Any factor, any one factor must be 5. But when 6 to the power n, you can write any numbers ends with 0 has a factor 5. Must has a factor 5. 6 to the power n equals to 2 into 3 to the power n. This equals to 2 to the power n into 3 to the power n has not any factor 5. So it 6 to the power n can end with 0. You can opt these two processes also in this different way. When we find the factorization, your multiplication powers of 6 or product of 6, then we can find when the power of 6, then we can find all unit digits always ends in 6. So we cannot find 0, 6 to the power n ends with 0. And otherwise, when a number ends with 0, it must have factor 5. Otherwise, it cannot be ends with 0. So, when factor ends with 5, but here is 6 power n cannot have, it do not have any factor 5, so it cannot end with 0. This is the number 5, and then number 6. Number 6, what is the question? Explain why 7 into 11 into 13, 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. Explain and each composite numbers. Explain each composites. This number is composite. How can we explain? This equals to when this number is common. 13 into 7 into 11 into 1 plus 1. 13 will common. This equals to 13 into 77 into 1 77 plus 1. This is 13 into 78. This equals to 2 into 13 into 39. When any number is expressed as 2n, so this is a composite number. So 2 into 13 into 39 is composite. Hence 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 is composite. In this way, you can prove that this number is composite. Then another example is there. You can solve it very easily. Then we go through the number 7. First, when we solve the question, we go through the question very thoroughly. Then we can solve the answer very easily. When we do not go through the question, then we cannot answer the questions. There is a circular path and in the sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field, while Robbie takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they both start at the same point of end the same times and go to the same directions. After how many minutes they will meet again in the starting point? There is a circular path. Suppose there is a circular path, and this is the starting point. This is the starting point. From the starting points, two persons, Sonia and Robbie. Sonia and Robbie, they started to run in the same directions. Suppose clockwise direction. Suppose they run in the clockwise directions. Sonia takes 18 minutes to complete one round and Robbie takes 12 minutes to complete one round. The question is there, after how many times? The question is there, and go to the same direction. After how many minutes they will meet again in the starting point? In the starting point, and other points they can meet also, but we do not consider other points. We consider only the starting points. In how many minutes? After how many minutes? That means in the particular which time, how many minutes they meet each other in the starting point. Starting point means when Sonia, consider Sonia, after Sonia, in 18 minutes, this cover one round, another 18 minutes, 36 minutes, cover second round, 54 minutes, third round, 72 minutes, fourth round. Then Robbie. Consider Robbie, 12 minutes, one round, 24 minutes, second round, 36 minutes, third round, 48 minutes, fourth round. Fifth round, 60 minutes. In the fifth round, 90 minutes. So on. In any way, we can 6 round, 72 minutes. 6 round, 102 minutes, but fastly, in how many minutes they will meet each other? 36 minutes. You can easily recognize that at 36 minutes they will meet each other. After 36 minutes, Sonia covered 2 rounds, but Ravi covered 3 rounds. Ravi covered 3 rounds, but they will meet at the starting point. And another point also they can meet after 72 minutes. They could again they will again meet each other at 72 minutes. But question is there, after how many minutes they will meet again at the starting point? They will meet fastly at the starting point, that is 36 minutes. 36 after 36 minutes they will meet each other at the starting points. This is the all about your exercise 1.2 and your fundamental theory of arithmetics. We'll discuss about rational numbers, irrational numbers in the next class very detailedly. Exercise 1.3 and also irrational numbers we'll discuss very detailedly. So I suggest all the viewers to like and subscribe the DB Production BGH. Thank you.